Hello food lovers, welcome to another delicious journey. Today, we're diving deep into a dish that's close to my heart and stomach, lasagna. This isn't just any dish, it's a symphony of flavors and textures that brings people together. This Italian classic is all about layers of pasta, rich meat sauce, and creamy ricotta cheese, all baked together to golden perfection. Each layer tells a story, from the hearty meat sauce to the velvety cheese, creating a harmonious blend that's simply irresistible. It's pure comfort food, perfect for sharing with family and friends. Imagine the joy of gathering around a table, the aroma of lasagna filling the air, and the first bite that melts in your mouth. We'll be using simple, fresh ingredients to create a lasagna that's bursting with flavor. Fresh vegetables, high-quality cheese, and aromatic herbs are the key to making this dish unforgettable. Think juicy beef, sweet tomatoes, fragrant garlic, and a touch of herbs. These ingredients come together to create a sauce that's rich and flavorful, the perfect base for our lasagna. Get ready to roll up your sleeves and create a dish that will have everyone asking for seconds. The process is as enjoyable as the result, with each step bringing you closer to a masterpiece. Trust me, once you've tasted homemade lasagna, you'll never go back to store-bought again. The difference is night and day, with homemade lasagna offering a depth of flavor and a personal touch that store-bought just can't match. Now, let's gather our ingredients and get cooking. From the first chop to the final bake, we'll guide you through each step to ensure your lasagna is a hit. So, put on your apron and let's make some magic in the kitchen. The foundation of any great lasagna is a flavorful meat sauce. This sauce is the heart and soul of the dish, providing depth and richness that complements the layers of pasta, cheese, and other ingredients. We'll start by browning some good quality beef mince in a large pan over medium heat. It's important to use a pan that's large enough to allow the meat to brown evenly without overcrowding. As the meat browns, it releases its delicious juices, creating a base for our sauce. These juices are packed with flavor and will help to build the complexity of the sauce. Once the beef is nicely browned, we'll add finely chopped onions and garlic to the pan. The onions and garlic should be chopped finely to ensure they cook evenly and blend seamlessly into the sauce. The onions will soften and caramelize slightly, adding a touch of sweetness. This sweetness balances the savory flavors of the meat and the acidity of the tomatoes. The garlic will release its pungent aroma, infusing the meat with its flavor. Garlic is a key ingredient in many Italian dishes, and it adds a wonderful depth to our sauce. Next, it's time to add the tomatoes. Tomatoes are the backbone of our sauce, providing both flavor and body. We'll be using canned crushed tomatoes for convenience, but feel free to use fresh tomatoes if you have them on hand. Fresh tomatoes can add a brighter, fresher flavor to the sauce. Season generously with salt, black pepper, and a pinch of dried oregano. These seasonings enhance the natural flavors of the ingredients and add a touch of complexity. The oregano adds a lovely earthiness to the sauce. If you prefer, you can also add other herbs like basil or thyme for additional layers of flavor. Now, let the sauce simmer gently for at least an hour, allowing the flavors to meld and deepen. This slow simmering process is crucial for developing a rich, complex sauce. The longer it simmers, the richer the taste. If you have the time, let it simmer for even longer to really concentrate the flavors. Remember to stir occasionally to prevent sticking. Stirring also helps to evenly distribute the flavors throughout the sauce, ensuring every bite is delicious. Taste the sauce periodically and adjust the seasoning as needed. Sometimes a little extra salt or a pinch of sugar can make all the difference. Once the sauce has reached your desired consistency and flavor, it's ready to be used in your lasagna. This rich, flavorful meat sauce will be the star of your dish, bringing everything together in perfect harmony. As you layer your lasagna, make sure to spread the meat sauce evenly to ensure every bite is packed with flavor. The sauce will meld with the other ingredients, creating a delicious, cohesive dish. Bake your lasagna until the cheese is golden and bubbly and the layers are hot and melded together. The meat sauce will have infused every layer with its rich, savory goodness. Serve your lasagna hot and enjoy the fruits of your labor. The rich, flavorful meat sauce will be the highlight of this comforting, delicious dish. While the meat sauce simmers away, let's prepare the ricotta filling. This creamy mixture adds a wonderful contrast to the rich meat sauce. In a bowl, combine fresh ricotta cheese, eggs, chopped fresh parsley, and a pinch of salt. The ricotta should be smooth and creamy. The eggs help to bind the filling and add richness. The parsley adds a touch of freshness, while the salt enhances all the flavors. Mix everything together until well combined. That's it, our ricotta filling is ready to go. Now for the lasagna sheets themselves. You can either use store-bought dried lasagna sheets or make your own from scratch. Making your own pasta is a labor of love, but it's totally worth it. If you're feeling adventurous, I'll walk you through the process. We'll mix together flour, eggs, and a touch of water to form a smooth, elastic dough. Then we'll roll it out thinly and cut it into sheets. However, if you're short on time, store-bought lasagna sheets work perfectly well. Just follow the package instructions for cooking time. Building the tower, assembling the lasagna. This is where all the preparation comes together to create a delicious masterpiece. Now comes the fun part, assembling the lasagna. It's like building a flavorful tower, layer by layer. Grab a large baking dish and spread a thin layer of meat sauce on the bottom. This is the foundation of your lasagna. This initial layer of meat sauce will prevent the lasagna sheets from sticking to the dish, ensuring a smooth serving later. Next, lay down a layer of lasagna sheets, slightly overlapping them to ensure complete coverage. This creates a sturdy base for the next layers. Spoon a generous amount of the ricotta cheese mixture over the pasta sheets, spreading it evenly. This creamy layer adds a rich texture and flavor. Now, ladle over a layer of the meat sauce, making sure to cover the ricotta completely. The meat sauce brings a savory depth to the dish. Repeat the layering process 2 more times, ending with a final layer of meat sauce. Each layer builds upon the last, creating a harmonious blend of flavors. Top with a generous sprinkle of grated Parmesan cheese. This final touch adds a sharp, nutty flavor that complements the other ingredients perfectly. The cheese will melt and bubble in the oven, creating a golden, crispy crust. This crust is the hallmark of a well-made lasagna, adding a delightful crunch to each bite. Once baked, let the lasagna rest for a few minutes before slicing. This allows the layers to set and makes serving easier. Serve a generous slice onto a plate and enjoy the steam rising from the hot, delicious layers. Each bite is a perfect combination of textures and flavors. Share this hearty dish with family and friends, and watch as their faces light up with joy. Lasagna is more than just a meal, it's a celebration of good food and great company. The alchemy of heat baking the lasagna. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Cover the lasagna dish tightly with aluminum foil. The foil will trap the heat and steam, ensuring that the lasagna cooks evenly and the pasta sheets become tender. Bake the lasagna for about 45 minutes. Then carefully remove the foil and bake for another 15 to 20 minutes or until the top is golden brown and bubbly. The aroma of the baking lasagna will fill your kitchen, making your mouth water in anticipation. Patience is a virtue. Resting the lasagna. Once the lasagna is out of the oven, resist the temptation to cut into it immediately. Allow it to rest for at least 15 to 20 minutes. This will give the lasagna time to set and the flavors to meld even further. Resting is crucial for achieving the perfect lasagna texture. It prevents the lasagna from falling apart when cut and ensures that each slice holds its shape beautifully. Finally, it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Cut the lasagna into generous squares and serve it piping hot. You can garnish it with a sprinkle of fresh parsley for a pop of color and a final burst of freshness. Pair your lasagna with a simple green salad and a glass of robust red wine for a truly satisfying meal. Buon appetito! One of the best things about lasagna is its versatility. Feel free to get creative with your fillings and sauces. You can add sautéed mushrooms, spinach, or even ground sausage to the meat sauce for extra depth of flavor. Instead of beef, try using ground lamb or Italian sausage. For a vegetarian option, swap the meat sauce for a rich vegetable ragu. Roast eggplant, zucchini, bell peppers, and onions until tender, then blend them into a flavorful sauce. You can also experiment with different cheeses. Fontina, mozzarella, and provolone all make delicious additions to lasagna. Here are a few extra tips to ensure lasagna perfection every time. Don't overcook the pasta sheets. They should be cooked al dente, or slightly firm to the bite, as they will continue to cook in the oven. Use high-quality cheese for the best flavor. Parmigiano Reggiano is the gold standard, but any good quality Parmesan will do. Let the lasagna cool slightly before cutting. This will prevent the filling from spilling out. Leftover lasagna can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, reheated in the oven or microwave until heated through. Making lasagna is a true labor of love, but it's so rewarding to share this comforting dish with loved ones. The aroma of lasagna baking in the oven is enough to bring people together, and the taste, well, that's pure magic. So gather your family and friends, pour yourselves a glass of wine and dig into a slice or two of this Italian classic. Enjoy!